Sounds like something Graham Linehan would have put into Father Ted. Welcome to Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do. Thanks to Hotspot for that wonderful intro quote from the recap. With me today is my co-host Jess.
Hey, that's me.
That's what he sounds like. And joining us today is a pharmaceutical genius, the president of Weebs, someone who used to shoot kids for a living, a longtime sufferer of Benjamin Button disease, but in reverse, a prominent proselytizer for Fire Cult, someone who... Oh, wait. I'm getting in live... Wait, Rain is Asian? Please,
what?
Please welcome Waiting for Rain. Rain?
Yes,
Hey.
that's me.
How's
Hello,
it going,
Rain.
This is going to be a great podcast.
I believe. Let's jump right into that interview. For our first question, Rain, please say toy boat over and over.
Toy boat over and over.
Thanks.
Oh, wow, that was actually great. Thanks.
Check.
Okay. For a second question, okay, you have to convert YS to at least casual weebery in 12 hours or less of content. So you can't use Ghibli, you can't use Shinichiro Watanabe. What do you do?
I got 2 words for you.
Mhm.
Tentacle hentai.
Really?
If you go deep, then you kind of like naturally everyone will dial it back. They realize we can't do tentacles, so we'll do like sticks or something. By the end of the week, we'll all be watching like Boku no Pico on repeat.
So if someone has never watched any anime, you suggest them they jump right into tentacle hentai?
Yeah, it's like you can't do 2 things that can't.
Yes.
I just daved a little bit. Excuse me. I totally lost my train of thought.
You were saying that you suggest people watch hentai?
Yeah, you go for the hardcore stuff. So it's like
Then they're forced to find a middle ground.
yes, you start with crocodile and then you just dial it back to like huffing glue.
Okay.
But what if people are so repulsed by the tentacle hentai that they're traumatized and have like a conditioned response to anime?
Then you take them to a aquarium and you show them a bunch of real octopus.
Oh, there you go. Some what's it called? Exposure therapy.
Hyper exposure therapy. Yes.
It seems like a lot of trouble just to get people to watch anime, but
Just
No.
he's just playing to the premise. This is an intense situation.
it's worth. Okay.
Terrorism has no bounds, bro.
What was it like growing up in a super touristic city like Las Vegas?
I've only been here part-time, maybe like every other summer or so. It's kind of interesting. It's very desert.
Wait, you said you grew up in Las Vegas part-time? Where were you growing up the other half of
The
the
other
time?
city. Yeah, they have the Los Angeles.
Oh, so you were like commuting between the two how often?
No, just like every few months or so.
Okay.
Yeah, then I had my short rebellious streak where I'd be secretly driving every other weekend out here.
That's a brutal commute.
Yeah, well, it's 3 hours goes by a lot when you're not
Wait.
thinking.
It's only 3 hours one way?
That's what it felt like. No, it's 4 hours-ish.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy. That like my mental image of that area is totally warped now because it's like, what, 7 hours from the Bay Area to LA?
7 hours by like the worst highway in America to drive, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe 6 hours.
Did you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was... Yeah, go ahead.
Were you living like near the strip and things like that, or were you like on the outskirts of Vegas?
Yeah, the outskirts. They call it the exurbs because it's just like your neighborhood and then surrounded by desert wastes. It's great.
That's
I
scary.
spend most of my time in a section called Spring Valley. Oh, speaking of desert wastes, Spring Valley has a giant pit in the middle of it.
Is that the
It's-
eponymous Spring Valley?
No, it's not the valley in Spring Valley. I wish. Ooh, eponymous. That's a good word. Now it has something to do with the storm drains, I guess. But
Okay.
it's about maybe 450 feet straight to the bottom, and it's a huge. Looks like a a strip mine almost.
And you used to go play in the pit when you were a kid?
Oh, of course, yes. That's why I still glow at night sometimes.
Was there anything fun to do in the desert as a kid, or?
Nothing I can say on the podcast.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no, it's
You just went and jerked off to cactus or something?
basically. Oh, first of all, cactus hentai is art. I will not have you say that again on my podcast. Okay,
It's not your podcast.
it is my podcast. You
Okay.
invited me, which means I own it now.
All right.
Not everything is an inheritance, Rain. You need to get that
You
through your
can't-
head.
How dare you? You gotta just lean into it. Lean into this inheritance. This.
So for the next question, we have you're a math guy, so and most people seem not to be math people. So can you think of an example of a neat math thing that you find fascinating that might help people start to see math as something more cool?
You what now?
Do you have like a math thing that you think is cool and that could get other people to like math?
Yeah, I was just making sure. No, I'm leaning into Oh, too bad we can't stream chat while we're on our podcast. I'm just leaning into their jokes here. It was from Dave though, so it's not worth it. Well, I always try to sell people, I guess, on math that everything past algebra is just really hard algebra. So I guess if we've got any readers that are somehow still in their their algebra-based kinematics or algebra-based Newtonian physics, you notice that there's two ways to do projectile motion. You'll have the hard way, which is like 16 something times a squared. It's really long and arduous.
So are you
But-
saying that if you know basic algebra, you can pretty much you have it all. You just got the base and then you gotta improve on that base.
Right. It's like learning the road rules to math. That once you have algebra down set, everything else is just harder algebra, with a few exceptions like limits and stuff like that and calculus.
So what do you say to people who suck at algebra?
No, you're not. I'm not saying get good. Oh, I just said get good on this podcast. Well, there
Oh,
it goes. That was Why Us, the podcast that we try not to say get good, and then we said it, so we'll go ahead and sign off.
I'm gonna add the get good alert in post.
We need like a sting for get good.
This is the get good alert. Yeah, I'm gonna add that in post.
We need to get a bunch more stings, and then you need to invite me back, so all we do is just try to trigger all the stings.
We'll just have a soundboard war. That'll be a great audio
Yeah.
experience.
This audio experience was sponsored by Squarespace, the place that we have Squarespaces.
As a longtime icon in the California paintball community, what tips do you have for people who are intrigued by the hobby, but maybe don't know how to get started or if they'd even enjoy it?
Who wrote these questions?
Sarah mostly.
Oh, because I'm an icon in the California paintball.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell, but I'm doing a think emoji with my hand. I'll describe that in chat for you there.
Oh, I can. I see you on the feed.
Which think emoji are you doing?
I'm doing the one that slowly turns into like some sort of eldritch horror spinning wildly out of control. Thank you. Look at that.
Oh, that one.
For our readers, who are going to be reading this one after, it's the one that one right there that I'm pointing to. This has been a great audio experience.
When I release the transcript.
So paintball is just like almost any other sport, except you have to wear a mask and you have to be very scary, and you get to shoot people. I would say go down to your local fields. There's usually something a lot of places, especially out where there's forest. It's we call that woods ball, and it's often very fun to get into. The community is very nice. Most people are happy to show a newbie the ropes and get you indoctrinated or acclimated, as it will. And more often than not, all you have to really do is just go up to somebody who looks like they know what they're doing and ask them about their gear, because everybody likes showing off how rich and not impoverished they are.
Was it more paintball or airsoft that you did?
Oh, I did I did paintball basically since I was too young to even like sign the waiver for it. So
Oh shit.
yeah, but I found out very quickly that it's just way too messy and gross. You go home with smelling like 16 different things. The field that I used to play at was really far out of town, and it was built on where they used to bury the septic tanks.
Hmm.
They use those as bunkers for cover and stuff. And what would happen was every time that there was a rain, well, there was also still cows out there too. If Tack knows where this is at, it's like Chino or Chino Hills area. And so every time there was a rain, it would also smell like a slaughterhouse, like not a good way.
So that's why you still glow at night.
Yeah, that's why I
Is
still
that
glow. at night.
why how your Reddit handle came to be? Because you just love that smell?
Why?
Waiting
It's-
for rain?
Yeah, I saw someone had made a joke about that too. Yes, I do live in a desert, so it's kind of ironic. But I actually moved here during the middle of the monsoon season, which is basically like a hurricane every other day. 65.
Really, rain was waiting for you.
Sometimes it's about the rain that we gathered along the way.
Sometimes some crimes. Oh, I forgot to follow up on the math question. Abyss is in chat and had a math question that they wanted to ask you.
Oh, what? I don't read back on this.
They haven't typed
Transcript.
it out yet. But
Yeah, transfer.
if you're listening, Abyss,
Well, 5 out of
now's your
7
chance.
is irreducible, so sorry.
Well, yeah, it's perfect.
No, it's irreducible.
It's perfect.
No, a perfect number is
5 out of 7 is a perfect score.
how. You know what? Thank you for listening to Why Us, the podcast that is incredibly wrong and should be banned from the internet.
Abyss doesn't appear to be following up on this opportunity, so I guess we can just move along.
Okay, next question. Who was your favorite YS villain and why?
I definitely still have a soft spot for the Mon Mon arc because that was the most interesting chaos we've ever had.
I agree.
That flavor of chaos, you can't. It got worse the more you thought about it.
My favorite part was when she kept calling me a pedophile. That was nice.
Well, I mean, you did put tea bags in your shoe, right?
Yeah, so that means I diddle kids.
It just makes sense.
I liked how when the new, not really new wave anymore, but the old new wave arrived and Mon Mon tried to get them all riled up about things, nobody cared. Like Peyton and Nob and Togo all unanimously were just like, oh. And then
I know how she.
go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Abyss has followed up saying, I'm listening, what the fuck? And yet has not chosen to provide that math question.
This is harrowing stuff. Go on.
Yeah, Mon was trying to blow the lid on secret channels, but no one gave a fuck.
And that's why we have like 20 secret channels now.
You can't say the number of secret channels we have. That's a secret.
Just censor me out in post. There's only 20 secret channels.
Okay.
And now there are 0 secret channels.
Oh, thank God. We finally done it. Well, thank you for listening to Why Us. This is Mon Mon signing off.
You remember when Mon like her parents took her Wi-Fi router?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Why do I remember this?
do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they took like her Wi-Fi router, and she went on a great mission to try and steal it from her mom's bedroom.
This won't be too tough for you to solve on the air.
I don't believe I'm hearing a question, counselor.
Here you go, Rain. Here's your question. It's in chat.
X is right next to the 2. Not that hard, guys. Come on.
Got him.
What's X? X is a letter.
2x to the negative 1 plus 2x equals 0.
Yeah, so normally when I see a question like that, I would also then just like put next to it like this exercise is left to the reader and then just dab out.
Oh, that's fair. We can just leave this in the show notes, and then everyone can solve it and rub it in Abyss's face that they solved it.
If you're legitimately looking for an answer, it's not intuitive. It is basic unpacking and repacking of the second term there. Just so I've covered all my bases. Yeah, so it's basically a fraction. Just toss that guy over and to the right by subtracting it out, and then when you get a multiplication, you're going to find out that x doesn't really have an answer.
This has been Rain Talk.
Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram at Rain Takes Pictures of Cats as they're pooping. Also, my Twitter handle, Rain Takes Pictures of Cats while they're at the bank.
So, Rain, you're a Golden Knights fan, and YS seems to have a disproportionate number of hockey fans due to our Canadian bias. Any bold predictions for this season?
Ovechkin is going to go Super Saiyan this season. We're looking at one of the greatest seasons in the history of the PGA.
You heard it here first, folks.
And who's gonna bring the egg in the zone?
Tony Hawk.
Okay, thanks. Okay. You came out of the closet as a pumpkin spice latte fan. Do you have any regrets about openly embracing your inner basic bitch?
So pumpkin spice is actually a drinking game. It's not a three-way where one of the people is actually a pumpkin.
Do we have like the like a tumbleweed rolling by sting?
Yeah, we do. We need one of those. No, pumpkin spice doesn't go in the skin.
Stop dodging the question, Mr. Kavanaugh.
I am not dodging the question. I am just trying to keep my toupee on my head.
Do you like beer?
That's not a question. I don't have to answer that. Pumpkin spice lattes.
It's sorry, sir, but it's Jeopardy rules here, so you have to answer with a question.
You know what? Just have the FBI look into it for like a week, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay, understandable. Have a great day.
Justice machine broke.
I actually haven't had a pumpkin spice latte. I don't know about you guys. I haven't had one, and it's been fall for like.
Oh, you just mean this season? I
don't have pumpkin spice any other day of the week. Like, yeah.
I've had a few
this season.
this season.
I've had a few ever.
Oh, no, now you're just insulting me. I actually haven't because back in that saga about my job at the supermarket / pharmacy / all the other crap that it's got in it, they had just taken away our discount for Starbucks. So I was boycotting it the whole time.
Because you can't get that sweet 10% off.
That adds up. We don't have income tax in Nevada. I need that.
But would you have been getting Starbucks without the job?
That's true.
How much is the sales tax?
We don't have any sales tax. We only pay federal tax here.
How much is the federal tax?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, federal tax is for poor people, so I don't pay it.
But say you buy like a coffee, do you pay any tax on the coffee?
Yeah, I think it's about 10%-ish. That's a good like rule of thumb. It's not that high. It's closer to 8, I think.
I cry in 15%.
Yeah.
Well, you have like medical care, so.
Yeah, we do.
But who needs medical care when you're rich and you inherit a new house every year?
People just need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. I almost said boob straps. I can't say that on the podcast.
You just did.
Just take it out in post.
Can you give me a clear audio on that boob strap?
Boob strap.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks, you too.
There's no way that won't be used for good.
Are we actually just farming out stings right now? We just say all the inappropriate things we want right now?
This is gonna be a mess to edit.
Speaking of stings, let's go to a word from a sponsor that will hurt you with how good it is.
This episode of Why Us is presented by Penguins. Head on over to penguin.com and enter code FLIGHTLESSBIRD all in one word to get 15% off your next penguin.
And welcome back to Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do.
How did you turn on that light in my house? I don't know how you did that, but please never do that again, Tack.
Joining us today is Rain, taking a short break from the insane asylum that we broke him out of.
Hey, it was really nice in there. First of all, they told me that I was the king of France, and no one has ever said something that nice to me since.
And
yeah.
Jess is here too. Hi, Jess.
Yeah, I'm also the king of France. Hello.
I'll fucking fight you.
Try me, bitch.
You stay right there. I'll start walking now.
We have a battle to the death. Please proceed.
You can't tell, but we're fighting to the death.
So while they're dying, I'm gonna run on over to the rundown and recap the top halves from the last week or so of YAS. So our first big news item for this last week, prominent new user Yubber with 3 B's has hatched a plot to steal someone's french fries by being manipulative and deceitful using weird pickup artist tactics, sparking subreddit-wide controversy.
Yeah, that's weird. I've seen like a bunch of posts this week with like people trying to steal French fries and stuff like that. Like really crazy stories, but I don't know.
Apparently somebody left a YAS post on somebody else's doorstep, and that's littering, so we can't have that.
Yeah, I don't even know why that's the case. We have the budget for that? Proselytizing and printing out pamphlets?
No, I think somebody has taken it onto their own, by their own means. They're just going around and spreading their own shit posts, not just on the sub, but like physically, just dropping them off.
What's the point of having a secret cult if everyone's going to make it not a secret?
Exactly. So we're excited to hear your opinions on this odyssey of strange occurrences.
Well, it's been some time since we had a villain arc like this. I don't know what the writers of Waste have been doing, but this has been the most interesting direction they've gone with it. It's kind of edgy, but it's still, within, I guess, our genre.
The weird thing is, like, possibly apropos to your ideologies, it seems like the villain was all of us, because so many people are doing these villainous things.
Sometimes the terrorism that you find is really the terrorist attacks that you did along the way.
YS is over budget this season. We're gonna have to cut next season.
Just cut it completely.
I don't think we can afford Matt Damon next season.
We can still have Natalie and Bruglia, right?
She takes a big paycheck, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn about whether we should include it.
It's weird because every time I try to end her check, she's just lying on the floor.
In other YAS news.
Oh yeah, Sherpa Man 78 and Great Dane 666 joined the Discord. This week we got these two new dudes joining the Discord. They haven't said much in main, but
I think Dave and Great Dane were having a good old convo the other day.
yeah,
But
I think
anyways,
they were probably talking about Smash characters or something.
that makes sense. I would believe Dave talking about Smash.
Dave's a multifaceted character. He can talk about other things besides
Smash.
Yif. Smash. That's what I said. Smash, not Yif. I'm not gonna say Yif.
Thonk emoji. So yeah, give a warm YAS welcome to these newbies who have taken that extra step into the depths of YAS.
Now's not a good time to mention I am only a Discord Wasian that I don't even know what's going on in the sub. Who spammed don't forget like 6 times.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
I think that was Waiting for Rain, a well-known troll on the sub. We're just waiting for an excuse to ban him.
God, you guys better hurry up and do that.
Speaking of don't forget, it's RC Mael's showcase this week, in which he has pulled us on which PC case to use.
Timestamped at 12 p.m. yesterday, so I hope he finally bought something.
I hope so. Next thing that happened this week, we had some threats of Peyton taking over the showcase because RC kind of left it for the first few days. But luckily, RC came back and saved us from the Peyton takeover.
But it looks like somebody has set up a temporary showcase for Peyton anyways. So, I guess doom is just inevitable here.
Yeah, nothing is sacred in YS.
Why is it there? I'm gonna move it.
Thank you.
For our readers that are listening to this afterwards, I just put it next to main.
No, this is a text podcast, so no one is going to be listening. They're going to be reading.
There you go.
Speaking of reading, I read a post on the sub in which Pancakes announced that he's finally landed on a new job after 6 months of hunting, and he's back in a more positive trajectory in his life, and
Show off.
maybe making a minor comeback in his YS activity, but not a huge one because his work doesn't have a lot of downtime like his old job.
I mean, that's good for him. Yeah, he's not totally a show off at all.
The team on the YS subreddit this week is Deities. Is that how you say Deities?
Deities.
Deities. All right. Yeah. So we have a bunch of Greek goddesses and gods all around the subreddit.
Other sorts of goddesses and gods too.
Yeah.
And presumably non-denominational supernatural beings.
This week I am Athena.
Congrats on the wisdom, bro. What god did you land, Rain?
I have Oh, they can't tell because this is a visual only podcast. Yes, I got Mercury.
Nice.
And I see that RC Michael got Cement, which is my favorite god.
Cement.
Cement.
Because he kept his flare from last week.
He kept his flare, yeah.
Okay.
Either that or it's secretly greatest inventors again, and Cement was my favorite inventor.
No, cement is just it's a symbological fulcrum for people who worship industrialism.
Do you think cement existed in Greek times? Ancient Greek times?
Oh, yeah, I was about to
some
say
form of
Greek.
it.
Yeah, Greek times is still
times.
active.
Greek time. You're still are Greek times. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So next.
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 Some people have been watching Venom on YS. That's a thing that's happening.
Wow, you are so into that. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't have an opinion.
I've seen it. It was honestly less disappointing than I thought it would be. I'm not sure it's worth like going to the theater to see it, but it was okay.
That
It's
seems
probably
like
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy was great.
yeah,
What
that
were you
seems
saying,
pretty close to what most people are saying about it.
What'd you say, Tak?
What you?
What? Safe.
Hello?
Dan?
Well, that does it for the rundown. I hope everyone's got the recap open because we're about to commence with the recap.
I kind of waved my hands when you said that, like in the air, imagining there was one, a webcam on me, and two, that there was a sting for it. So we need to definitely upgrade the production qualities.
Yeah, we need some like xylophone right there, just so it sounds like we're tiptoeing over to the recap. Get on it, Jess.
Tiptoeing.
Yeah, I'll do it.
We want this 2.5 hour editing process to turn into like 5, maybe 10 hours. Now it's time for the recap. Head on over to the recap. Now it's time to recap, boys. Let's head on over to the recap.
We'll pay you.
Yeah, then we can
Just
get
kidding.
then we can get you some benefits once you're going full
Yeah.
time.
I want dental insurance.
No,
You need
that's
dental
crossing
insurance.
the line. So what happened on the recap this week? Let's see. Looks like Kim Jong-il sunglasses got kicked.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It's awful.
Also, Cocaine Bane got kicked. I commended him on his username last week, but Cocaine Bane is no more.
Wait.
I think you came on too strong.
Oh, yeah. He did get kicked.
We waited for that? I'm not gonna wait for this anymore. Gosh, this has
It
been
took me a
way
second
ass.
to realize people were waiting when I had said wait. And then I was like, oh, I have to follow that up.
This has been a great auditory experience.
Anything else of note on this recap?
I'm checking.
Looks like there's a Ron Paul fan among the newbies.
A Ron Paul fan in 2018? That's a brave move. It's a bold move. Cotton. There we go. That's the meme I'm looking for.
We got the newbie hotspot that got added, and his first comment was, "I am very confused."
Same.
Perfect. They'll get along great here. That's also the person we took the intro quote from.
Yes.
Well, you didn't take the quote from Secondo me Terry Litorco qualcosa del genere lo hafato.
What? Are you looking at the right recap?
Are you speaking in tongues?
Yes, I'm speaking in tongues.
Oh. How's that going? Do you need to get checked back into that asylum?
It's not going anywhere unless it's going somewhere.
Yeah, it's on an RV.
RBs, we've got the meats.
Well, this has been the recap.
We're not sponsored by Harbees, by the way.
Yet.
Yet.
Let me just mosey back on over to this template so I know what we're doing. Oh yeah. This is the part of the show where we
Thanks.
see. Well, you're welcome. This is the part of the show where we see what's been going on in the world as it relates to YAS. I think Jess had some Venom reviews lined up for us.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that on Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score for Venom is like 30%, and the audience score is like 89%. So there's like a super big difference between the critics and the public.
That's wild. So I guess
Yeah.
overall it's approved of by people, but
Yeah, approved of by people, but shat on by critics.
I always thought that was kind of weird that now that Rotten Tomatoes is being used like a legitimate ruling or measuring stick for movies, that now it's become split. So I guess like when you professionally criticize something, critique something, you get disconnected from the viewing populace.
But there's also the the bias of people who feel strongly enough about something to vote on it.
Yes, and there's the fact that like you're saying, it's probably going to be super fans of Marvels that are going to take the time to review it.
Yeah,
So
like I bet there's a lot of people like Jess who are like, oh, that wasn't great, but whatever, and then go on with their day. And then there's going to be a lot of people who are like, oh, why did this get such bad reviews? I enjoyed it. And go on and vote.
Speaking of which, November 6th, for our American readers, don't forget to get out and vote.
Vote or die.
Vote or die, yeah. It's 2008. Were you doing vote or die again?
if you don't vote Republican, we're going to kick you.
Oh, just die, thanks.
Yeah, how do you die if you're already dead?
That's very true. We never solved that bit of waste canon. We just sort of like assumed that it was possible.
Well, also in the news, a lost baby koala was saved by a golden retriever. Apparently, this golden retriever cuddled the lost baby koala overnight so it could stay warm, where they were both discovered by the golden retriever's owner the next morning, and presumably the dog and the koala were returned to safety.
And that happened in Australia.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, somewhere on that
'Cause-
continent.
Yeah, I would certainly be concerned about a koala that wasn't, like indigenous to.
I would be so impressed though if like a koala had escaped an enclosure to get on somebody's porch. Those
Are you
things do not
saying-
move fast.
What are you implying?
I'm saying that would be amazing.
What are you saying?
I said what I meant, and I meant what I said.
This has been YS, the podcast where we see if people are implying things with what they're saying.
Next on the news. So on Snakewatch this week, insert the Snakewatch sting here. You're listening to Snakewatch, the podcast within a podcast. On Snakewatch, Mojo's. Wait, is it Mojo Snake?
Yeah.
Okay. Mojo Snake is super dumb because he was trying to hide in a transparent container. So yeah, his snake should try hiding in non-transparent containers next time.
Well, it tried hiding in his shoe last time, and that didn't work out great. Presumably because Woody kept tipping off Mojo. There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah. Oh my god. Nope. Yeah. No, he went there. Good God.
Well, that's been the news. We're going to go now to another word from our wonderful sponsors.
This episode of the YS podcast is presented by D's Nuts. Head on over to thisnuts.com and enter code D's, that's D-E-E-Z, all in one word to get 100% off your next punchline.
And we're back to Why Us, the podcast nobody else would do.
So do we just not say anything while he's going to the sponsor, or?
Yeah, because I'm editing the sponsors in post.
Yeah. Unless you want to be
right.
our sponsor, then we can we can take that again.
No, I can't be your sponsor. I'm already a sponsor. 12 steps.
Oh,
But-
okay. You can only have one.
Yeah, I
It's like
don't know.
Braveheart rules.
You mean
I mean,
Highlander rules?
yeah, that one. Not Braveheart.
Braveheart rules. Braveheart rules is where you just moon the guy and then you call it a day.
Only Mel Gibson can be your sponsor.
Oh boy.
You know,
All right,
if you were,
What?
go ahead.
I was gonna field some of those sweet community questions that we got.
Did we get any?
Yeah, we got 28. Only
Oh.
one of which is a duplicate.
I don't see them, by the way, so you're gonna have to
Oh yeah,
read
I'll
them.
power
Did
through
you try
these
using
guys.
your eyes?
No,
Yeah,
I'll
just
try
get-
now.
Good.
Oh God.
I think these questions are unanimously awful, so I apologize in advance. First
Wait,
question.
if there's more than one question, how can it be unanimous? Isn't? Oh, I'm thinking of something else. Monogamous.
They're monogamously awful.
Wholly platonically awful.
Oh man, yeah, we got all these questions married, and 100% of them, they didn't divorce, but they just made their partners miserable.
There's
Anyway,
still going to be a lot of beds.
bread, but anyways, do you hold the Mongol Empire responsible for the Black Plague?
That's a really good question, actually. The Black Plague primarily would be a public health problem. So you're looking at just the lack of hygiene and cleanliness.
Worldwide?
Yeah, worldwide. But the biggest problem is people should die anyway. This has been a shout out from Death Cult. Death Cult. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Well, that's fair. So you're taking the Thanos stance on this? That you can't blame anybody if nothing's been done wrong?
Right. Death is just more like an environmental hazard than it is an active player in things. I don't know why Thanos didn't just double all the resources in the world instead of kill everybody.
Right?
Do you blame the White Plague on Brett Kavanaugh?
The White Plague is actually a drinking game.
in which...
We sneeze on each other and then drink each other's snot.
Ugh.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It actually
That
does
sounds
sound
like
kinda
it could
fun.
be a drinking game and a sex thing. Moving on, why is Google Plus closed?
Nobody was paying attention to Google Plus for like 6 years or whatever, so they just decided to hack themselves and then created their own tragedy so that people would then look at it. So there's like 2 more people now on Google Plus because they're terrorists.
The thing I'm wondering about though is that they kind of merged Google Plus with YouTube a while ago. So all of your YouTube settings go through Google Plus. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work now.
I think like your overarching Google profile is still intact. They're just taking away
Oh,
the,
they're just
the
killing
platform
the-
with the feed
Ah,
and the
okay.
circles and stuff, as far as I understand.
I have
All
one
right.
person in my circle.
I don't know
Goodbye,
if I
Benjamin. I'm so
circled.
sorry.
I'm also kind of disappointed that they're killing Inbox sometime next year. Cause
They're killing Google Mail?
No, they're keeping Gmail. They're just killing Inbox, the one good implementation of Gmail.
I'm now like looking sadly at my phone as to why I didn't get that. Well, that sucks. Oh well.
So yeah, rest in peace, that sweet zero inbox workflow. What other things do you guys think should be banned from being microwaved?
Children.
Foil.
Foiled children.
If you break the microwave with foil, then you can't microwave fish or children anymore. So it's a win-win.
But if you set it on fire, then you have something that can cook things all the time. And then if you're on fire, then you're never cold, and then you're cooked, so you're actually the ultimate meal. Hashtag fire cult.
And you're never hungry, because you're dead.
Or dead, or alive.
Well, no, you are dead.
Says you.
Yes.
Thanks.
Do you get a free suit if you're all burnt up?
How else am I going to keep the ashes in?
Do they put the ashes in a suit?
Is it like
I would certainly expect so. Yes, I paid a lot of money for the suit.
is this
that
how
was
that
free.
how that one guy in Beetlejuice ended up looking the way he did? When they're like in the waiting room and the guy's got like the tiny head and he's like got smoke billowing off him. They just like compressed all of his ashes back into his suit.
That was really complicated.
I want a remake of Beetlejuice, where every time someone says Beetlejuice for a second time, Peyton walks in and slaps them across the face. And
You're gonna get a lot of
Beetlejuice never shows up in the movie.
Beetle cucked. Yeah, I said cucked on the podcast. Can we edit that out?
No, I'm gonna put the cock sting.
Is it just like a picture of Ben Shapiro flies by the screen?
Can you just increase the gain on that part where he says cuck so it like just blares through and distorts?
Cucked.
Okay, this is epic.
Beetle cock. Our next question isn't really a question. It's just telling us
Thanks.
to play 2 truths and a lie. How much time do we have? No, we don't have time for 2 truths and a lie. We got questions to
Suck
get
it.
through.
Suck it, anonymous person.
We
Per
can
my
do
last
one
email.
round. We can make Rain be the person, and
Wait, what?
we can do one round and put the pressure on you to tell us 2 truths and a lie.
Okay. 2 truths and a lie. Yep. Okay, can you just edit and post that I said something there because I didn't think of anything.
Well, you did technically tell us 2 truths and a lie, so I'm satisfied. The next question: can I make my own YAs?
No.
No.
Yeah, Tack tried it, but it didn't work.
No, yeah, it's not good. Next question. I am currently in the future. Please ship the goods to the Green Dragon tonight so we can communicate with the other hosts and the kids are doing well, but he didn't like it so much.
Who's auto suggest is telling them to move the goods to the Green Dragon? That's how often do you say, "Hey, move the goods to the Green Dragon"?
Someone who really needs those goods.
At the Green Dragon.
Well, where else are you going to receive the goods?
The Purple Dragon? The Diagon Alley. Thanks. Okay, let's moving on. Next question.
I like
Why
that the
is it
silence. Oh,
Why is it called Diagon Alley?
Because
Is it
the other one
because-
is Nocturne Alley.
Is
Oh.
it because it's diagonal?
it's all twisty-wisty like magic.
This has been Waste, the podcast where everybody doesn't know anything about Harry Potter.
So, I like that the silence meme has transferred to Rain. I'm no longer the... Wait, he made a joke guy.
Wait, what?
What?
Safe.
If you had a snake, what would you call it?
Mojo.
Oof.
Can I get a dab in chat, please? Thanks, Kevin.
Long Boy? No, that's a horrible name. Anybody
I would
else?
I'd follow the naming scheme that I've already actually had, because I've named every one of my pets Puppy. So it would be Puppy.
I was legit gonna say that I would name my snake Puppy. Fuck.
Thanks.
This is the podcast where Jess steals people's answers retroactively.
I was gonna say just that.
Do you own a poo knife?
Who doesn't own a poo knife? There's picture evidence of the poo knife. I got it somewhere.
I've never known anybody who doesn't own a poo knife.
This guy doesn't know about the 3 shells. Look at this guy. He doesn't know how to use the 3 shells. Raucous laughter and then fade to black.
The next question is, in alternating capital letters and lowercase letters, when will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Does it start uncapitalized or does it start capitalized?
It starts capitalized. Do you want me to go through, run them down?
Yeah.
We got capital W, followed
Oof.
by capital H,
Oh my god.
lowercase e, capital
way.
N,
Hey.
a space, lowercase w, lowercase I.
Let me stop you right there. That's enough.
You,
There are children that are gonna listen to this.
you don't want the full rundown?
We
I feel
can't-
like
we
it's
can't do
important
this.
for the people to hear exactly what their fellow Y Asians are putting into our feeds.
You didn't even get to the space.
Well, you didn't let me.
No, I can't let you do that. I can't let you do that, Dave. Or Tack.
For people listening, Dave said, "Give me the capital C."
There are a couple capital C's.
The Capitals played for Washington.
Can I have about
And,
Tree Fitty? That's our next question.
Okay.
Oh,
Can I have about Tree Fitty?
no.
Okay. Who's your
Yeah,
favorite Y Asian?
That waiting for Wayne guy. Oh my god, that guy's a fucking asshole.
Waiting
should
for
fire
Wayne?
Wayne. Oh my god!
Waiting for rain.
waiting for wait.
Waiting for safe? How can we have peace in the Middle East within 2 weeks?
Tentacle hentai.
Perfect. Yeah, let's keep powering through these. Is a burrito a sandwich?
Tentacle hentai.
What happened to quote quote key on my keyboard?
Ooh.
Who?
How do you feel the new multi-tier Reddit gold compares to the previous version?
I'm actually a real big whore for like watching little numbers go up. Did I say whore on the podcast? Can I just say
You can.
we're already? Oh, no, thank you. I was hoping someone would say that. We're like an hour into the podcast and I haven't said penis once.
Oh, you just
Oh
did.
man, I was wondering if we could get through it. Now we have to end
well,
the podcast. I'm sorry, Rain.
God damn it! Oh,
Someone
well,
will
it
be,
was nice knowing everyone.
Yeah, someone will be around to take you back where you belong.
It's about time.
This one is nonsense. It talks about a username I don't recognize, but it's asking if somebody on the sub is the new Mon. Provide evidence for and against.
Is this a document-based question? Am I going to get 7 points on it on the AP exam?
You're gonna get as many points as you deserve. That's a tack guarantee.
I don't know if anyone can see this when you're reading this later, but Jess's like icon is blinking, like he's thinking about it.
There's a light bulb that just appeared above my head.
Do you have an idea?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, well, we tried.
The next question is Toasty sucks. The next
Yes.
question is, what dope-ass subreddit games are we going to see in future YS versions?
Keep an eye out. This is totally insider information. I didn't even want to put this out there, but I figured we should do a leak since everybody's listening this far to the podcast.
Oh yeah, there's no way this could have a detrimental effect on your career as a mod here. Leak away.
Absolutely. I'm about to knock it. I'm about to blow the lid on this place. Ready?
Go.
Greatest inventors.
You weren't supposed to say that.
You've passed the test, Rain.
I'm just gonna bleep it in post.
I picked the wooden cup. I'm right? The old guy's gonna let me through now? Fuck the Nazi dude.
No, but seriously, next season we're gonna do a game where we're all just standing around a toast and we're all like jerking it really fast, and the last one to jerk it.
Yep.
Yep.
You gotta finish it. No, you gotta. You
have to
play
finish.
this through all the way to the
The
end.
last one to jerk it really fast is gonna have to watch Tentacle hentai.
He was supposed to say Limp Biscuit. Jesus Christ, this podcast.
The next question is PS Beagle Door rules. Thanks. question
No,
asker.
avocado rules.
I agree.
Yeah, avocado rules. How dare you?
Next question: how does one get on the guest list? I'm asking for a friend who is me. The first step is to be noticed by YSBot's algorithm that sorts out who's going to get on the podcast when. And
Or you
then
can send me $20 through PayPal.
the second step is to wait for whoever's at the top of that algorithm to reject us, and
Same.
and then randomly get picked by us as we think about who should be on the cast. And by we I mean me, because I have a dictatorial control over that process.
Excuse me. The process actually ends with Japanese Vermont curry.
Welcome back to the coughing and burping cast.
For any of you who are repulsed by bodily noises, good luck.
K-Burp. K-Burp 107 FM. Playing you the hits from my mouth.
Speaking of things that come out of Rain's mouth, how much would you need to be paid to be hit with pepper spray?
Not a lot, actually. This is going to get really weird. I actually got hit by pepper spray during training for EMT school.
Like a direct
And I didn't
spray?
get it. No, yeah, it was a secondary spray, but I did get the stream of it a little bit. And I didn't get it as bad as everybody else. I don't know if it's like my oily ass skin or whatever, but it didn't affect me.
Like at
Are
all?
you allowed to double dip?
No, this is you get hit
Is that
once, you
from-
get paid once.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is that from the community? They just asked if you could double dip. Like, boy, there's a whole episode of Mythbusters that said you can't double
I
dip.
thought
Totally.
maybe he wasn't like following the conversation and he was still thinking about Limp Bizkit.
If you can, if you don't feel the pepper spray, can you like ask for a second shot?
They give you the salt spray the second time.
Jesus.
This has been Weiss, the Wait Crap podcast, where we spray things in each other's eyes.
The next question is anime.
Just anime. They just said it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Next
They
question.
fuck. No, not all anime. They fuck. Not all anime.
If all the YS members were in a horror movie, who would be the first to die and who would last the longest?
The first one to die is always a toss up between the most good looking person or the good looking person. What? There's the chick that lasts till the end. So who's gonna die first is everyone.
Because we're tied for best looking.
Yes.
Wouldn't
Nice.
it be like the minorities dying first?
Did you just say minors?
Minorities.
But
Minorities? Oh, thanks.
I agree. The
Suck
minors
it, white
should all
people.
die first.
I said suck it, white people on the podcast. Can we just take that out and post?
Can
No.
you give me a clean take on that? Suck it.
Suck it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I think the obvious choice is that Peyton would be the first to die, just based on how he is. And
Just a general. You didn't say it. Say it, Tack. Don't be a coward.
say that no, because that's genuinely what it is. It's nothing particular about him. It's just kind of the sum is greater than all the parts of badness that is Peyton. So it is
Wouldn't it
genuinely
be-
how he is.
Wouldn't it be more satisfying if he died at the end, though?
No.
No, yeah, no. Jess was onto something. Like, you gave me like that end of which what were the Jason movies where he's just like at the lake and then suddenly a hand reaches out and just yanks him back in,
So
and then everyone else
Peyton's-
comes to life and laughs at him.
Peyton's the villain of the horror movie.
He's the villain and he's the last girl.
See, I was thinking that he's just like the really annoying person who's technically on the side of everyone who wants to survive. So the sooner you get him out of the picture, the more pleasant it is to watch the movie about the struggle for survival.
Yep.
Next question was Abyss's math question. Next up, assign an object to any 5 Y-azers you think of on the spot.
All right. So I would give a single shotgun shell. That's Togo. A desk fan would be Knob. A couple of used control rods from a nuclear reactor. That is Mon Mon. Dan is literally peeing in the shower. Just the concept of peeing in the shower.
That's not an object, you're disqualified. What anime should everybody watch once?
Boku no Pico. No. Legitimately, I think everyone should actually watch, what's it called? A Place Further Than the Universe. It's like weekly of all the bad things about anime, and it's actually a really good adventure show.
Oh, we have a special report coming in that actually Akira is the best anime.
Dave doesn't know shit because he has not even seen the 1980 remake of Shawshank Redemption. So,
What
no.
video game sound effect sums you up?
The sound of reloading the BFG in Doom.
If all the YS characters were Smash characters, which ones would they be and why?
Oh god, there's so many variations. There's like 100 of them. There's not
More or
enough
less.
Smash characters. Yeah, you can be
There will be.
Bayonetta.
Me?
Tack. Yeah,
Oh, cool. I'm honored.
Jess can be Game and Watch. We'll make
Ooh.
Ryan is Shulk, but he's only in the sexy Shulk skin. I'm gonna be the start menu.
That's not really a character. You're disqualified. Hey, I'm the
How
manager
dare
of the
you.
Green Dragon. Pick up your shit. I have no room to store it here, and you burned this bridge months ago.
We'll just burn that bridge when we get there.
Hey, remember when you were on the Discord in class and people were judging you for the chaos on your screen?
Oh yeah.
This is the
That
FBI. We're here to ask Rain a couple questions.
Oh, well, you just post GIF one time.
How
Swear to God.
has being a mod changed you?
Well, I told everybody our biggest, darkest secret, right? And then here would be the sting where we put the deepest, darkest secret of waste.
Is it required
Great
to
inventors.
become a mod not to know what a butt plug is?
I don't have to answer this question.
Actually, you do. You're
No, I
under
don't.
oath.
No, I'm not under oath. Suck it.
I slipped the Bible under your hand earlier.
I thought it was a butt plug. Can I get some clean audio for butt plug from Tack, please? Because his voice is great.
Butt plug.
You can't tell, but I just slapped my knee. That was so good.
No,
No,
we
I
heard it.
heard it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
More importantly, how has being a mod changed Polar? Whoever's still asking questions, I really have to pee. Please stop.
No, keep asking questions. He's just gonna have to go where he stays. If he
This
dies,
isn't-
he dies standing.
This isn't a live event. You can't just keep sending questions.
You're telling me now? I have a couple more questions for you.
No,
it
this
would be
isn't
dumb
live.
it would be dumb to take a break because
Wait, I don't.
we're gonna
This
wrap
isn't
up
live.
after this
Me,
segment.
me and Tech are pre-recorded. This isn't live.
This has been very difficult to do. I can't tell you how hard it is.
So no answer on that one. How many Bibles could Obama sweat through?
Oh my Jesus.
How much do you have to pee?
6.
I'm at like an 8 out of 10 right now. I think I could go.
Are you prairie dogging?
prairie dogging pee?
Yes.
Is that possible? I don't think I have that much suction on my urethra.
Can I get a clean?
No, that was clean.
No, say urethra again, because I started laughing.
Urethra.
Thank you.
You can find me on Instagram at watching cat pee at the bank.
Final question says this is a live event. I'm sorry, question asker, that you had to waste your last question on vindicating your ability to ask a question, but there it is. That's it for Why Us this week, the podcast nobody else would do. I've been Tack. Jess has been Jess.
I am Rain.
And shall continue to be so for as long as it suits you. Thanks to Jess for co-hosting and for all the wonderful editing you're definitely going to do.
Can I
I
get some
have
clean audio?
no, you can't. I have clean audio. I'm gonna
Oh,
boost
fuck, I knocked
you.
my trash can over.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna boost you 30 decibels
Thanks to
in
Rain
post.
for being our guest.
Can I start singing Idle Waste now?
No.
Idle Waste, Idle
Thanks
Waste.
to Sarah for helping us prep. And thanks to John Roderick and the Long Winners for the use of our theme. Oh wait, that's not me. Yep. Goodbye.